I will now show how to do data entry into a work order for an estimate. We'll start by choosing a department, and I'll go ahead and choose Fabricate, and I'll give this a work order title. I'll just call this Test Work Order 1, and then I'll navigate to that work order by clicking the small square button to the left of the work order. And you can create multiple work orders for one job, but right now we'll just create for this estimate one work order. And remember that all the data entry that's done into these bills of materials and work orders, when this estimate actually becomes a job, all you do is change the status of the job, and then this is put into production. So you don't have to do a whole bunch of data entry for a quote, and then when that quote becomes a job, redo a lot of data entry. This just automatically switches it all over to a in-process job. So I'll go ahead and navigate to this work order by clicking the small square button here, and it brings us to the work order entry layout. And now there's an additional tab from the previous version of the system for estimating, and then there was scheduling before. And the way it worked previously is if you expanded the window size, you can do scheduling and enter the run hours, duration, and hourly costs on the expanded window. But I broke that apart into two windows now, and to streamline estimating a little further. So now we have a window just for estimating. And for estimating, you would choose a sequence type, and we'll say this is assemble, department's assembly, and we'll you can put in details, just different specifications for the sequence of work that needs to be done. And these sequences are also the same sequences that will be used in scheduling, but there's training on how to use scheduling and all the other areas of the system in other training movies. I'm just focusing on work to order details right now. So we'll put in run hours, duration, and we're going to say this sequence is going to take 3 hours, and the hourly cost is $33. So you'll see it's $99, and then we'll add another sequence, and we'll call that test, and we'll say that's going to take 5 hours, and that's at $45 an hour. And now you'll see that that line is costing $225, and then it summarizes both of those. So you see the hourly cost is $324. And as you're doing the estimate, you can do other data entry. Like if you go to the work order, you can enter all the sequence details. You could also enter a document or graphic to go along with each line item, or just a general document or graphic to go along with the complete work order. Scheduling might be a little premature right now to go into scheduling, but so we'll just stay focused on estimating. So now that we've entered a couple records here for the estimate on this work order, we will navigate to the job details, and then we'll go to the job cost, and you can see the sum estimated labor cost is added to the job costing, the $324. The sum actual labor costs, these come from a summary of employee records that are entered, and in each sequence on an employee time card you put in this job ID, and that's how you get the actual cost, is by just entering it that one time when you enter employee hours that were worked on sequences of work, and then that automatically summarizes on the job cost. And then we can put in a quoted price on this job, or I'll say $300, and then it will show the profit made on this job, and then it shows the estimated unit cost and the actual unit cost. The actual unit cost is much lower because the actual unit cost includes the actual labor costs. And I just thought I'd mention, if you want to see how to enter actual labor costs, there is another training movie on my site that shows how to enter those costs.